everybody. Hello, and hopefully everybody can hear me. For whatever reason, whenever I attempt to do my Money Jumpstart on Facebook, Facebook is having some audio issues with our account. So, looks like I'm moving Jumpstart to Instagram Live, and for whatever reason that is, I'll just follow that flow. I think you can hit the arrow button at the bottom and you can share this and invite people and tell people to tune in and all that good stuff. Nonetheless, I will talk to this audience. I am talking about today about capacity. Yesterday when I preached, I dealt with how the Lord moving Israel from Egypt to the promised land really wasn't about the land or the agriculture of the land or what grew on the land as much as it was about setting free his people from a system that was going to keep them narrow. Mizraim is the Hebrew word for Egypt. It means narrow spaces. It means a place of confinement. And the problem that God had with Pharaoh was that he knew that Egypt was fertile. It was fertile land, but he was never going to allow the Israelites to grow to a place where they could be able to take advantage of that land and be able to house what it is that they produce, i.e. milk from goats or honey from dates that grow on palm trees. So God sets them free. He takes them through the wilderness and he brings them into the promised land because it was all about giving them space, giving them capacity to be able to hold or harness what it is that they would produce with no Pharaoh taking it from them or confining them. So what is your lesson for this week? I believe more now than ever that as we come out of 2021, that this year and as we come out of the pandemic, this season is about those who will do the work to increase their capacity, the infrastructure, put things in place to be able to hold what God is trying to bless you with. So it doesn't make any sense for you to ask God to blow up your business if your business doesn't have the capacity to be able to budget more money, or if you're not audit ready. It doesn't make sense for you to ask God to bring you before more opportunities if you haven't increased your capacity by maybe going through some classes that will train you, certify you, or even get you a degree. And so I want to encourage you all on this week through this Monday Jumpstart to find something to read or do or take part in, conversations to hold with maybe people that know more than you, that's going to increase your capacity. That's going to increase your knowledge so that your conversations can be broader, so that you can sit at tables that are deeper. Go back to school. That could be a long-term goal. But right through here, as we're starting to open back up, and there's so many opportunities out there for new businesses, entrepreneurship is going to be important, and it's going to be vital that we increase our capacity. For those that are preachers, for those who are pastors, I think it is a great time for us to sift through our top tier teams, our leadership, those who run the soundboard, those who run the visual, those who are doing anything in the ministry, and really consider the people we may need to get rid of and create space to bring people on staff that have a larger capacity to be able to accomplish the vision that God is showing you. I give you an example. I know there's people that are definitely looking at our remodel and saying, wow, the church looks awesome. And it does. However, the sound system that we now have in place, we had to actually bring in someone from the outside to be able to adequately run the system so we get the best out of our sound. That's increasing capacity. They have a master's in sound. They graduated from LA Recording School. So that's an example. We have those that are running our LED screens, and that can't just be somebody who's not paying attention. That's somebody that has to be able to do artwork, somebody who's able to be able to put the graphics together. That's increasing capacity. We now have those that are coming and being drawn to our church because they saw us online. And they didn't come necessarily from Compton. They're coming from all over. So therefore, guess what? We can't greet them with a, yo, what's good? How you doing? Welcome to GZ, right? We have to be able to have people there that can be like, oh, what's up? That's good. Welcome to GZ. And at the same time, say, God bless you. Good morning. We're so glad to have you in worship today. That's increasing capacity. My concern is that many of you guys have beauty shops and you really want to expand, but you're around people that are Egyptians. They are from Matzrayim. They are confined. They do not want to grow. They will continuously live in small, confined spaces mentally. They don't want to be better. And my concern is that God really wants to take you to the next level, but you're not increasing your capacity. You're not willing to get rid of or let go of those who may be your besties, but they can't serve you in a best way. They can't count. They can't read. They can't negotiate contracts. They serve no purpose for the promised land that God is bringing you into. So as long as you stay attached to them, you're going to limit your capacity. So what I want to encourage many of you guys to do is find ways to increase your capacity. Get to a place where the infrastructure around you can handle the blessings you've been praying for. So if they're getting ready to increase, if you're going to bring in more clientele, then that means you got to get people around you who ain't going to show up late, who are going to respect you as their supervisor and their boss, who ain't going to be tripping on you because they think you the sis and the bro, and they're too familiar to respect you. So increase capacity. That's your Monday jump start. And I always ask people that if we're blessing you, feel free to go ahead and go to Cash App and donate to Greater Zion as we're continuing the work in 2021, fresh out of a pandemic. $ Greater Zion Church. All right, y'all. Be blessed. If you enjoyed this, make sure you share it. And all this week, I want you to expand your capacity. Think outside the box and really begin to configure in your head the people that are currently on the journey with me. Can they help me if they stay, or will they do more harm to me if they stay? All right, y'all be blessed, and I'll talk with y'all later.